everybody, to the MKW pregame show. I'm your main host, Braxton Hopkins. Alongside me today, Cooper Ullman. Jay is out of town for this series because, folks, we did this series at literally the only possible time that we could. Right now, we are starting at 10 a.m. on a Sunday. We woke up 6 o'clock a.m. It's been a rough morning for us. So, you know what, we're still going to go strong today. So, let's talk about the matchup today. We got 5-1 Sailors, 0-6 Scorpions. Definitely not the prime time game. We got it at 10 a.m. What do you think the keys? Also, because the 1 seed is still on the line, Sailors need to win one game to clinch the 1 seed. How do you think the Sailors will win today?
Well, the Sailors are a dominant team at pitching and hitting. The Scorpions have Jarbo.
Scorpions. I think the Scorpions are very good in the field. They just need some hitting to complement that. And, folks, I do have word that Grayson Hopkins, who has basically played outfield and has hit all year, will do some of the pitching duties today once they clinch the 1 seed, is what I have been hearing from per sources. But for the Scorpions, it's do or die time. They're not playing for anything, but they are playing for a win. They have 3 shots today so they do not finish 0-9. They've just got to get 1. I think when they do try to get that 1 win, it's going to come off Grayson Hopkins, potentially. But we don't know. Grayson Hopkins could be a good pitcher that we don't know. That's why once they clinch that 1 seed, I think it's just going to be games for the heck of it, and Scorpions are going to try to get a win. So the last thing we do, send it out to the field.
Yes, sir.
Here we go, guys. Here, pregame interview. The first time we've ever done this with star player of the league, Kingston Godzik, the Jimmy Norp of the MKW. So, how are you feeling heading into the last regular season series today, potentially to clinch the 1 seed? How do you feel about it?
Feel pretty good. You just got to get 1 win, right?
1 win, and they clinch.
So, I mean,
Do you think that you will pitch on the mound at all today?
I think game 1 I might pitch, but it's all up to Thomas. And,
because there has been some rumors that Grayson Hopkins would pitch game 2 or 3, or maybe even both.
Thomas is kind of petty, so
all
he
right,
doesn't let me pitch game 1
folks,
usually.
that's all. See you on the field. And here we go. The last regular season series of the year is going to start off with a walk for Wade Howman as he gets on first for the Scorpions. Cooper Ullman subbing in for Colin Jarbo is going to also take a walk off of Kingston. Now going to bring up Riser. And he is also going to take ball 4. Bases loaded for Howman. And it's going to be a strike 3 on a good pitch there from Kingston Godzik. But he's going to walk in a run here. It's going to be 1-0 Scorpions. As Nick Riser is also going to take ball 4, it's going to be 2-0 Scorpions. As Wade is going to hold there, is going to take for a ball, going to be 3-0 Scorpions. Now 4-0 as Cooper Ullman walks. And Nick Riser is also going to take ball 4, which is going to be the mercy cap for the inning, as Kingston's going to start it off for the Sailors, as he's going to ground this ball into play after hitting the strike zone, but they're going to get him out at first. And then he's going to strike out Thomas Guizdalo, the best start to a series for the Scorpions. And Grayson's going to check swing that ball, but it hits off his bat into play. It's going to be a single for Grayson. And then Kingston Godzik is going to go yard for a home run there, his first on the day. And that in what has been many home runs this year. What an absolute missile. That one left the yard in a hurry as they've got the broom, as they are going for the sweep today, being almost perfect 8-1 if it wasn't for the Cranes win with sideways hail. As Thomas Guizdalo is going to hold here, he's going to take ball 4. And now Grayson Hopkins up to bat, and he's also going to take ball 4 on a pitch way up high. As Kingston Godzik is also going to take ball 4, going to load the bases for the Sailors. And now Thomas Guizdalo is also going to take ball 4. That's going to be a run for the Sailors, 5-3 ball game. And here is Riser thrown to Grayson Hopkins. Is also going to be ball 4. It is now 5-4. And then Godzik's going to take a ball, which is going to also be the mercy cap. It is a 5-5 ball game as we end the first inning. And now Cooper Ullman back up. He's going to pop this one up. Godzik makes the play in foul grounds. There is now 1 away. That was a strike 3 for Nick Riser, but it was not on camera. And strike 3 for Wade Howman on a good pitch there. And then Thomas Gosdal is going to start off for the Sailors by taking a walk. As Grayson Hopkins up to bat, as he's also going to take ball 4 on an outside pitch. Here's the pitch from Howman. As Kingston's going to ground this ball into play, gets past Wade. Cooper's going to pick it up, and he's going to just run back to the base and make sure Thomas stays at 3. And Thomas Gosdal is going to ground this ball right into the plate, but Wade had a brain fart, didn't throw it home, and the run scored. So it's now still bases loaded and a run scored. And Grayson's going to check swing again, but this time they're going to get him out of the plate. A good heads-up play there from Nick Reiser. And now Wade Howman going to throw and get the out at 1 as there's now 2 out away now. And then Thomas Gosdal going to ground this ball into play as Cooper, there's nowhere to go, run scores. As Grayson Hopkins up to bat, as he is going to take this one for ball 4. And then Kingston Godzik's going to ground this ball to Jarbo, as they're going to try, but they can't get the out at 3rd. And then Thomas is going to send this ball all the way to the wall, as Cooper's rounding as the designated runner, and he's going to score, as that's going to be the mercy cap, and it's going to end the 2nd inning. Here we go, Colin leading off for the Scorpions, last call for the squad, as he's going to start it off with ball 4. And so will Nick Reiser. He will also take ball 4. And now Wade Howman up to bat. And he is going to take ball 4. Going to load the bases for Jarbo. And Colin, after further review, that was a swing. He did go around. Very unlucky. But Nick Reiser's going to walk in a run there. It's now 10-6. As Wade's going to swing and miss on a good pitch, as it is now 2 out away now. And then Colin's going to swing and miss strike 3, and that is the ball game. We will see you in game 2. Hello guys, my name is Rex Hopkins.
I'm Cooper Ullman.
And we're going to be doing our top 5 sports drinks, as we're going to start off with 4 and 5 in the first segment, and then finish it off later in the video. And we're going to start off with top 5 sports drinks. Number 5, Kirkland Signature Sport Drink. If you've ever had it, it's basically... if you've ever heard of a white label brand, it is not good. Probably the worst sports drink out there on the market. If we had to grade one, it's okay, but it's not good. It's not good. Number 4, what do we got, Cooper? Number 4, we got Powerade. Okay, it has like one good flavor, I would say. Other than that, it doesn't got much else. So we're gonna see you back here after game 2, before we head into game 3. Here we go. And the sports drink segment will continue here after game 2, but here we go as Kingston Godzik is going to take ball 4 to start it out. And now Thomas Gosdal is also going to take ball 4 as it skips around in the dirt. As Grayson Hopkins is going to swing, pop this one up, and that one's going to get down as Kingston's going to have to hit the 3 now, and he will, and the ball is going to go out of play. Let's see what the ruling is, and it did indeed, but it stayed in play, so Thomas didn't go, but ball 4 is going to walk him in. Or never mind, space is loaded. As Thomas is going to ground this ball into play, but Colin just gets the out at 1, as I was the designated runner there and took a tumble. And Grayson's going to ground this one into play. Nick Reiser is going to be able to get the out at 3. A good heads-up play there. As Kingston's going to take ball 4. And then he's going to strike at Thomas Gosdal out on a good pitch. Here we go. Nick Reiser is going to take a strike 3 on a very good located pitch. And then there's going to be ball 4 for Wade Howman. And then Colin Jarbo up to the plate. And he's going to send this ball out of here. An absolute moonshot for Colin Jarbo. That pitch was way high out of the zone. And an absolute bomb from the bat of Colin Jarbo. Has to be the first person to ever hit a home run off of Kingston Godzik. As now Nick Reiser is going to strike out for strike 3. And then Wade Howman's going to take ball 4 to get a runner on. Jarbo up to the plate, bat and lefty again, as he's going to take the pitch that he hit for a home run. This time he takes it for ball 4. And then strike 3 for Nick Reiser. What an absolute amazing pitch there by Kingston Godzik as it ends the inning. Here we go, back for another inning and a good knuckleball, but it just didn't hit the zone. And Colin Jarbo is going to take that pitch. Is it for actually a strike 3 we determined, but here we go. Thomas goes yard. And Some of that call for the Kingston Godzik on that strike three could have been questionable. We determined strike three, but Thomas Gonzalez says that doesn't matter. I'm still going yard as he hits a 2-run shot to give the Sailors some more run support. As Grayson Hopkins back up to the plate, is he's gonna take that ball for ball 4. As Kingston Godzik will also take ball 4. And then Thomas going to pop this one way up in the air, but it's going to get out an absolute moonshot if you ever see one. That one hung up in the air for a good while. We're going to have to see how long that one did hang up in the air. That one was a moonshot. As they're going to determine that was a strike 3 for Wade, as Colin's going to ground this ball into play, and he's going to beat it out for a single. Now Nick Reiser up to bat, as he is going to take that for ball 4. Wade Howman up. He's also going to take ball 4. And strike 3 for Colin Jarbo. Thomas Gonzalez throws a very good pitch there. Reiser, he's going to ground this ball. It's going to get past Grayson to the wall. He's going to try to peg Colin, but Colin was on the base, but he's going to go, and he gets pegged out by Thomas. That's going to end the inning as we head to the 3rd. Now Grayson Hopkins with Nick Reiser pitching is going to take ball 4 as that one went over the backstop. And now Kingston Godzik is going to take another one for ball 4. As Thomas is going to take one for ball 4 as well. Bases loaded. Now Grayson Hopkins up again. And he is also going to take ball 4. Going to walk in a run for the Sailors. Kingston Godzik up to bat. He's going to ground this ball into play. But Nick's just going to be smart and get the out at home. A good heads-up play there. As Thomas Gonzalez swings and a miss and a good pitch. Now Grayson Hopkins has to get out of the way of that one. Hey-oh. And Kingston's up to bat, and that one goes way over the backstop. He even hit the camera. And now Thomas Gonzalez up to bat. He's going to ground this ball into play, fielded by Nick Reiser cleanly, and he's going to touch third for the out. 3 outs. Last call for the Scorpions with Grayson Hopkins pitching. And that one's going to be a hit. It's going to get down and stay fair. What an absolute good hit there. He's going to pop this one up. This one's also going to stay fair for Colin Jarbo. As Nick Reiser swings and a miss, Grayson Hopkins' first career strikeout as he doesn't pitch much. And Wade Howman's going to be smart and going to take ball 4 there. Going to load the bases. As Colin's going to send this ball into right field, Nick's going to score, and it gets under the fence, so it's going to be a ground roll double, so everyone moves up another base. So Braxton Hopkins would score as the designated runner. The reason we do that is to eliminate the ghost runner. And Nick Reiser going to take ball 4 for another run. As Wade's going to pop this ball up, and it bobbled by Grayson as Colin's going to score, and everyone's going to stay at their bases. Still bases loaded. But Nick Reiser, he scored because Thomas threw it away and wasn't paying attention, so everyone moves up another base. But after further review, Nick actually had to go back, and it's another ground rule double, so Nick's going to score, and Wade would score. This game is taking an absolute turn for the worse. It's now 9-11 as it's going to walk in a run. 1 out. First and second for Wade Howman. A home run would win it. And he's going to take strike 3 as it's now 2 outs away now. And Colin Jarbo is going to take strike 3 called. The closest the Scorpions have been able to win a game this year. As that one's going to end game 2. We'll see you for game 3. Welcome back to our top 5 sports drink segments. Braxton Hopkins.
Cooper Roman.
Here we go. Number 3 is
Liquid IV.
I personally had Liquid IV. It's decent. It's definitely a lot better for you, though, especially in extreme heat, like, well, for example, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Okay, did something like that. But anyway, moving on. Number 2.
Gatorade.
Gatorade is at number 2. It's a very good sports drink.
It is really good.
I don't know why I'm getting so close. Do you guys know, potentially? I don't know. But our number 1 is...
Prime.
Prime. Tastes good. It's good for you.
Technically...
Call us nerdy teenagers. I'm 13. I just turned 13.
I've been 13 for a while.
But call us nerdy teenagers, but it's good, so...
Yeah, but technically, not a sports drink, but it can be used.
It counts. It's called sports drink, so we'll see you for game 3. Here we go. As that ends our sports drink segment, as we start off game 3 with a walk for Nick Reiser, as they're going shirts off. Okay, so on that last play, it was a single from Wade Howman into left field, and everyone just moved up a base as we will get ready to keep going. Here we go. Good. Thanks for the analysis, Braxton, as Collins going to strike out on a good drop ball from Thomas Gwizdala. And it's also going to be another ball 4 as Nick Reiser will take this one for a walk. As Wade's going to strike out on a good pitch there. It looked like a good slider from Thomas. And a good drop ball, but Thomas does not swing. A very good pitch, but to no cigar. And he's also going to take ball 4 there, and it's going to walk in a run. And he's going to pop this one up as Thomas makes the play, and it's going to end the inning. As Kingston's going to take this one for ball 4. As now Thomas is going to put this ball on the ground as they throw to second, and they're going to get the out at second as it looks. And yes, confirmed it was an out after review. As Grayson is going to take ball 4 there. What an absolute gangsta move. And now Kingston Godzik is going to take that slider for ball 4. As Thomas is going to put this ball on the ground, Colin bobbles it, and Kingston off the bag. Colin tries to get him, but it hits off of Kingston, but Kingston was on the base. He was ruled safe. And then Grayson, well, what's the call here? A good check swing potentially, as they're going to call it that he was able to get on base. It was not a swing. As Thomas is going to score, and there goes Ullman, and Colin throws it away as Cooper's going to score. Grayson's going to go to third, and Kingston's at second. And that pitch way above the zone as Thomas is going to walk to first. As Grayson now going to put this ball on the ground. Colin picks it up and tries to peg him, but that ball goes out of play. That one was way out of here as Colin just chucked that one. As now, I don't know what's going on now. As it ends the inning. After for the review, it did not go out of play. They got the out there as they pegged him. And then Colin's going to ground that ball into play as that one's also going to go out of play. And now Grayson and Nick Reiser's going to take for strike 3. Or ball 4, I meant. As Colin Jarbo is going to ground this ball into play. And Thomas is going to pick it up and nowhere to go. As Nick's up to the bat again, he's going to strike out on a good pitch. Strike 3. As Nick Reiser, you can't tell the difference between Wade and Nick as he strikes out there. As Colin is also going to take a walk. As that's going to walk in a run. As Nick's up to the bat again. As he is going to take ball 4 there. As it's going to walk in another one. And ball on the ground to Kingston Godzik. Tried to get him at first, but to no avail. As there will now be bases loaded for Colin Jarbo. Here we go. And strike 3 there as Thomas gets out of the inning. And that's going to end the inning. And now Kingston Godzik is going to take ball 4. And now Thomas Gwizdala is going to pop this one up. And that one's going to carry over and get out of here. An absolute moonshot for the Sailors. An absolute bomb. Thomas is first of many in this season. The Sailors are having an absolute amazing year as they're hoping to have this continue into the playoffs as they're going to sweep on home plate. As Grayson Hopkins now up to bat as Colin's going to throw him a pitch, and that's going to be ball 4. As Kingston Godzik up to bat, and he's also going to take ball 4, first and second for the Sailors. And now Thomas Gwizdala up to bat. He's going to ground this ball over to Colin as he's going to try to get someone out. As he's going to try to peg Grayson. And that one goes way out of play as they're all going to move up a base. And a little bit of confusion, but after a review, they will all move up a base as Grayson will score. As Grayson's going to take ball 4, they are going to load the bases. As Grayson's going to hit this ball way out to the wall. And it's going to get under the fence for a ground rule double. As Thomas taking his dear sweet time walking into home, and now Wade Holloman up to bat, and he's going to swing and miss on a good pitch. And now Nick Reiser is also going to swing and miss on a good pitch there. As Colin Jarbo is going to take a walk, ball 4. And Wade Holloman is going to take strike 3 as that ends the Scorpions season. They go 0-9. Let's send it to the outro. Goodbye.